we would probably not be able
Ruth
to.
Wiggins is advocating on behalf of small property owners. She and her husband owned and operate the Tropical Breeze Small Hotel in Gros Islet. Wiggins says small properties are in dire need of government assistance. Already reeling from a hike in regional travel 2 years ago, they are being decimated by the continuing global meltdown.
For the past 2 years, when the airlines increased their airfares, we were impacted significantly because most of our arrivals were coming from the region. Some of the small properties had to close their restaurants down, not only because of a lack of guest arrivals, but because the prices of the foodstuff in the supermarket was making it impossible for them to keep their restaurants open.
Regional tourists used to account for the third largest visitor arrivals into St. Lucia. For the past 2 years, that market has and continues to record double-digit declines. Much of that is owed to airlifts and the cost of tickets. Former Tourism Minister Philip J. Pierre also blamed the cost of departure tax for CARICOM nationals.
The taxes, the airport tax is a disincentive to travel. So whereas we're looking at massive things, interfering in things that make us sound good, there are some simple things we can begin to look at now. And one of them is reducing the airport departure tax, albeit for a small window of time, to allow the hotels time, especially the small hotels. Because in all these bailouts, Madam Speaker, we're not speaking about the small hotels, and the small hotels are suffering. They're under the most pressure. They don't have staff to lay off.
Wiggins welcomes that suggestion and is asking the government for additional support. Thursday, Cabinet was expected to decide if they will provide the tourism industry with a subsistence package. The president of the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, Colin Hunt, is hoping for a package that provides small hotels with special considerations.
Our small hotel sector within our accommodation sector have been severely impacted. Before the economic meltdown, there was a situation where, because of the increased airfares that we saw with our regional carriers and the decreased capacity, the Caribbean market, which was our third largest market to St. Lucia, was severely impacted. And the small hotel sector depended very much on that market. So here we have small hotels that are struggling even before the meltdown, and now they're having to face with additional burdens and so on.
Ruth Wiggins and the other 64 small properties registered with the SLHDA are keeping their fingers crossed as well.
The hub of the tourist industry is like a lifeline to the survival of St. Lucia and St. Lucians on the whole. So the government should come with some sort of a mechanism whereby we can sustain it until the rough waters have disappeared.
Small hotels cut their rates by 20 to 50% to survive the merger between Liat and Caribbean Star. Ruth Wiggins says any additional discounts could push owners out of the tourism business. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.